let's go ahead and get the flare taken care of. But before I do that, let's go back to our. I want to change this. I'm going to go to edit attribute, and this is not spelled. It's not a cap. It's supposed to be cape. So new name. I'm just going to change it so that it says cape. And if I really want to be smart, then I should change this to cape, um, maybe underscore amount. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up the flare. So I'm going to go to looking for animation. Oh, key. That's where it's at. And what we want, forgot, we want set driven key set. So, sorry, animation key set driven key set. Set driven key. Key. Set driven key, not dressing. Set. Alright. Now, what we're going to load for our driver is our control. And load driver. Now, what we're going to load in for our driven is our flare input. Click on flare 1 and then click on load driven. Actually, it's going to load in both. You're going to have to do both of those. So you have your handle, which is how you translate, move the object in the world space. But then you have what it does, which is what we want. All the controls for the actual deformer. Does everybody understand that? We want flare, and we're going to have start flare, end flare. It's going to control both of those. However, let's take a look at what it is, what the flare is doing at this point in time. And everything is set at 1, which means it's normal, which is good. So I'm going to keep it there. So when we're here, flare, when this is at 0, that's the flare is actually at 1. I'm going to key it, and it's going to create a keyframe in our attributes for the flare, on the flare X and flare Z. Now what I'm going to do is my flare, let's say I make this 10. And then I'm going to go back to click on flare in the set driven key window, and let's say I make these attributes 3. And I think I have this backwards. So let me back step for a second. I'm going to break this connection. I want end flare because I want it to be at the top. I apologize for that. So let's set this back to 0. Key it. And then we're going to go to our flare amount, set that to 10. Click on flare, low bound. Let's say we set this to 3. And we key it. And we have a control for this. Now, what this is doing is creating a set driven key, which it actually creates keyframes, and it dictates movement, what values on your control makes that keyframe move up and down the timeline. So we're going to